us in the Kamarajar birthday speech and Independence Day speech are going to be honored.
We request our chief guest to give the certificates and book prizes and Stars of the Week award to the winners in speech competitions.
First place. Padmashri, first place, Independence Day speech.
Request the audience to encourage the speaker now.
Yes, Sahana Jibrilla, first prize in Independence Day speech and second prize in Kamarajar Day speech. Second place in Independence Day speech. N. Adarshana, third place in Independence Day speech and Kamarajar Day speech. Sixth girls English speech. R. Bernice Viji, first place Independence Day speech.
Vahita Rashida.
R. Vahita Rashida, first place Independence Day speech. R. Kanishka, first place in Kamarajar Day speech. V. Harshitanjali, second place in Independence Day speech and third place in Kamarajar Day speech.
Jaya Divya Raja. Jaya Diara.
K. Darshini, second place in Independence Day speech and Kamarajar Day speech. J. Jayatiara, second place in Independence Day speech. KV Abarrashri, third place in Independence Day speech.
Sixth boys English speech. N. Akash, first place in Kamarajar Day speech and Independence Day speech. R. Balayugan, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. S. Muhammad Afrid, third place in Kamaraja Day speech.
தமிழ் ஸ்பீச்சும் சொல்லிடலாம். தமிழ் ஸ்பீச் ஒரே ஒரு
Sixth boys, Tamil speech, yes, Gerald Anthony, first place in Kamaraja Day speech and Independence Day speech. Seventh girls, Tamil speech, B. Kavin Moli, first place in Independence Day speech and Kamaraja Day speech.
ரைஃபா அவ போயிட்டாலா இல்லையா?
R. Raifa, first place in Independence Day speech and Kamaraja Day speech. A.P. Kanishka, second place in Independence Day speech and first place in Kamaraja Day speech.
அடுத்து 8th நீ சொல்லிடு. 8th பாய்ஸ் நான் சொல்லு. 9th நான் சொல்லு.
A. Sahana, first place in Independence Day speech and second place in Kamaraja Day speech. M. Sahana Afrin, first place in Independence Day speech.
அபிஷேக பிரியன்.
A. Shifana, first place in Independence Day speech.
என்னாச்சு இவங்களுக்குலாம்? 7th பாய்ஸ் சொல்லிடு.
K. Sivagami, second place in Independence Day speech and Kamaraja Day speech. G. Negashri, second place in Independence Day speech. Sujita, third place in Independence Day speech and second place in Kamaraja Day speech. Seventh girls, English speech. A. Abhisha, first place in Independence Day speech and third place in Kamaraja Day speech.
நிதிஷா கசிராஜா. மேம் இது என்ன?
K. Nitisha Kasiraja, first place in Kamaraja Day speech and second place in Independence Day speech.
சோயா.
Yes, Zoya Hanim, first place in Kamaraja Day speech. A. Libika Ansi, second place in Independence Day speech. B. Mahilini, second. A. Libika Ansi, second place in Independence Day speech. B. Mahilini, second place in Kamaraja Day speech and third prize in Independence
boys English speech. R. Nagulesh. 7th boys English speech. R. Nagulesh, first place in Kamaraja Day speech. Seventh boys Tamil speech. V. Prijesh, Kamaraja Day speech, first place. V. Mukesh, second place, Kamaraja Day speech.
ஐசக் தனுஷ் பாண்டி வந்திருக்காங்க.
எஸ் தனுஷ் சொல்லு.
M. Dhanush Pandi, third place, Kamaraja Day speech.
இங்கிலீஷ் ஸ்பீச்சில் இவங்க 2 பேர்
வந்திருக்காங்க.
அடுத்து 7th 8th கேர்ள்ஸ்
Seventh boys.
பாய்ஸ் 2 பேர் இருக்காங்களா?
7th boys English speech. A. Abhisheka Priyan, second place, Kamaraja Day speech. A. Yogesh Sai, third place in Kamaraja Day speech. Eighth girls English speech. A. Amrita, first place in Independence Day speech and Kamaraja Day speech. B. C. Niranjana, first place in Kamaraja Day speech. H. Jonah, second place in Independence Day speech and third place in Kamaraja Day speech. Jivika. R. Jivika, second place in Kamaraja Day speech and third place in Independence Day speech. K. R. Harshini, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. Eighth girls Tamil speech. A. Afrita, first place in Independence Day speech, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. K. Alfina, first place in Independence Day speech, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. A. Neha, first place in Independence Day speech and second place in Kamaraja Day speech. A. Neha, first place in Independence Day speech, first place in Kamaraja Day speech. K. Vaishnavi, first place in Independence Day speech, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. P. Antonia Maureen, first place in Kamaraja Day speech. R. Sharumina, first place in Independence Day speech, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. A. Kavya, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. Yes. Yes, Ramalan Danshila, second place in Independence Day speech, third place in Kamaraja Day speech.
Eighth boys English speech. Yes, Ayyappan, third place in Kamaraja Day speech. Eighth boys Tamil speech. A. Muhammad Sulaiman, first place in Kamaraja Day speech and Independence Day speech. M. Sugandan, first place in Kamaraja Day speech and Independence Day speech. R. Marudappar, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. H. Sarveshwaran, second place in Kamaraja Day speech. E. Jesus, third place in Kamaraja Day speech.
Ninth girls Tamil speech. A. Arul Bernia, first place in Independence Day speech. R. Darshini, first place in Kamaraja Day speech. K. Kanishka, second place in Kamaraja Day speech and Independence Day speech. M. Sridevi, third place. A. Samika, third place in Kamaraja Day speech. Ninth girls English speech. K.S. Priyadarshini, Independence Day speech, first place. A. Ryan Kausar, first place in Kamaraja Day speech. K. Ponsweta, second place in Kamaraja Day speech.
Next. Thank you.
Thank you, students.